Nature Inside of Us. A book narrated, produced, and written by Donald FILLMAN, M.D. Prologue. The story before us has been written by many stories that come from the fabric of our nature, many times repeating itself into new stories, new adaptations, and diversity evolving within its new environment. Repeating itself over and over, each story with its own identity and uniqueness. Stories cascading on top of each other and repeating. New views and new ways, but yet the same story repeating. The story of our nature encompasses the story of all of us and the story of all we are. The story of human nature is written inside each of us. We express our stories differently and in our own ways, but each story overlaps and intertwines. We are living variations that embody the story of humans and our nature. Chapter 1. A story about the story that creates the stories that define our nature. Deep inside of us is written a story that creates all others. It is written inside the cells of our bodies. It is written in the language of our bodies to be unique for each of us. When we received half of our story from our mother and half of our story from our father. It was written to specifically code for and carry out genetic instructions about our development, growth, functioning, reproduction, emotions, life cycle, lifespan, adaptation, diverse traits, as well as the seasons of our lives. Our body's genetic instructions were magnificently written to express themselves by transforming into a living embodiment of itself, a living written archive. The biochemically stored and coded written archive ingeniously allows for adaptability to our specific environment and individual circumstances, as though our body's written instructions anticipated every situation and circumstance, to allow us to overcome adversity with diversity and to overcome barriers and problems with adaptation, allowing us to progress as people and further expand our existence as a civilization. Our bodies contain a written story that expresses itself as though every age of our existences had been anticipated, including what we were, what we are now, and what we can be, from childhood to adulthood and transitioning to the elderly, as though every season of our lives had been accounted for. Our body's genetic instructions have written a story as though our growth and development were meant to build our family, our society, and our civilization, as though all were accounted for and were written with foresight from the beginning. Our body's comprehensive genetic archive appears also to have written for a diversity of traits, thoughts, and ideas that can be used for adaptation. Adaptation used in overcoming barriers and problems that encourage unique solutions to be used for problem solving that leads to advancement in our lives, our society, and our world. Our body's written archive tells a tale from within and expresses itself uniquely as the story of our lives. Each story is similar but different. Each story is intertwined but separate. Here's one story from the beginning. Chapter 2. The Beginning. Each individual is created naturally when the genetic libraries of our mother and father combine to form a new, unique genetic library for that individual, and what starts as one cell becomes many. The genetic library begins expressing itself through growth and development with the assistance of the nurturing body of our mothers. The genetic library then chooses how it will transform itself into the new individual. It also determines which traits it will utilize and bring forth from the genetic archive of the library in that individual. When dependence on our mother's body is no longer needed for nurturing and growth, our infant body is ready for independence, and we are born. When we are born, we need help, care and support from our caregivers for our basic needs to maintain ourselves. We need protection from harm and assistance in obtaining our nutrition for continued growth and development. But we also need nourishing love and emotional support for comfort and psychological growth. Each of our circumstances are unique. We may have a mother and a father. We may have only a mother or a father. We may have neither a mother or a father. Each situation creates the circumstances that determine which traits we need the most and how they will transform us into what we will be. Our individual lives test our ability to adapt and overcome adversity. Children are resilient and adaptable if given physical and emotional support. As we get older, we develop mental awareness. We begin discovering pain and pleasure. We begin discovering and understanding our basic needs and bodily functions. We discover happiness and laughter and silliness. We discover sadness and discomfort and unpleasantness. We become aware that in this world there is more than just us. We discover others. We discover our caregivers and our dependence on them. We try to control them, but realize that they try to control us. There are others who are older. There are others who are younger. Some are the same as us. Some are different than us. We learn and are taught by our caregivers. We learn rules of guidance, social interaction, and family dynamics. But our unique circumstances affect how we see others and how we see ourselves. Our situations further determine which traits from our genetic archive are implemented and emphasized. We begin to develop an understanding of our social situation. We begin to see and realize our place in our small world. We feel and want to feel our place in our family structure. The warmth of love and care are important in our growth. We grow in our family structure of caregivers. Then we feel the need to grow beyond our family structure as our mental awareness expands. Chapter 3, Discovery. We expand ourselves into the world around us, not quite sure what it is or where we are going. Following our role models, usually caregivers and instructors, we try to discover the interworkings of the life that surrounds us. Laughter and silliness are often the joys that drive our activities and motivation. We start into an education system or school and meet new friends. And now, meeting others of the same age and development, we compare ourselves to others and are compared to others by those around us, creating a self-identity of our growing body and mind. We develop a life outside of our family structure and home. We learn new rules of social interaction and social dynamics. Our situations in life grow, requiring us to learn new skills to adapt to new settings. We may have to learn how to fend for ourselves. Hunger can be a driving force to learn how and where to find food. Maintaining shelter adds to our comfort and increases our security. We learn that a caregiver can play an important role in maintaining our basic needs. We learn of the dangers of being in public and outside our home, becoming aware of being cautious in situations that can be dangerous and around others. Danger can be not only the places we are around, but the people we are around also. And we dream of adventures in new places with new friends. We start balancing our home life with our new life outside the home. Chapter 4, Growth. Expanding our group of friends becomes as meaningful as expanding our activities outside of the home. We start enjoying our newfound independence with our friends and the activities we do with them. Laughter, happiness, and entertainment become the driving force behind our daily activities. Those structured educational system requirements like school become the daily activities for most of us. As we grow, our body changes. We reach puberty and the age at which we could sexually reproduce. Our intellectual understanding now includes where we came from and the possibility of having our own family as we grow into adulthood. Feelings of affection for others we are attracted to bring forth new emotions. We now compare ourselves to our peers with intellectual comparisons, physical comparisons, and now sexual comparisons. Physical comparisons now lead to competitions. Athletics and sports are used to compare ourselves to others and to benchmarks of generations past. Physical work and exercise help grow our bodies and transform us toward adulthood. We then develop the ability to perform most adult activities. As we develop the skills and strength to perform these activities, we become more independent in our daily lives. And with this independence, we also gain responsibility for our activities and our actions. We develop confidence in ourselves and further drive toward independence in our daily lives. We observe others, especially our role models and caregivers, and compare ourselves to their abilities and skills. We strive to become more independent in our daily lives, and finally we gain our independence. Chapter 5. On Your Own. Many of us demonstrate poor decision-making in our early years of independence related to our youth and irresponsible decisions. After we determine how to sustain ourselves financially to provide for our basic essentials, such as housing, food, and other needs, we often tend to spend the rest of our time in pursuit of fun with our friends, entertainment, and dating relationships with others who we are attracted to physically. Many early life goals and life-changing decisions are made at this age. We often easily determine our immediate goals, but can have difficulty envisioning our future goals and future selves. We think of our future financial situation, and we try to envision future job roles or careers. We think of what we would like to accomplish with our life while seeking a direction to work toward in our everyday routine. Sometimes we feel frustration with our situation and experience difficulty with our attempts to improve our lifestyle. Or maybe when we want to pursue a job or career that may seem unattainable or has a hard path to obtain. Or maybe when we have family needs and responsibilities that add to our duties, causing stress in our personal lives. Or maybe we feel socially isolated and need friends and family interactions to feel more involved in our family and community. Or maybe we have relationship problems or difficulty finding intimate relationships, making us feel frustrated and incomplete in our personal life. The pursuit of employment and financial success is often difficult and competitive, but needed to maintain the flow of income to sustain our needs and lifestyle. The pursuit of social success and interactions requires time input from our busy lives, but helps us find balance in our daily routines. The pursuit of intimate relationships can be difficult to initiate and build, but can become the major driving force shaping our lives going forward into our future toward our own family. Chapter 6. Together. Events unfold in early adulthood, whether planned or unplanned, that shape our mature adult life. We are forced to become more responsible and undertake commitments. We have commitments for housing responsibilities. We have work commitments and responsibilities, and we may have relationship commitments and responsibilities also. Our need for sensuality leaves us vulnerable to the acts of affection from others and the desire for affection from others. We desire to express our sensuality mutually with a partner that we feel we have a common bond with. Strengthening a relationship bond with a partner occurs over time as we develop trust in our partner. Trust often calls for commitment and responsibility. Most people expect mutual relationship commitments from their partner. Understanding these mutual commitments develops the responsibilities and trust that relationships are built on. Monogamous relationships are commonly accepted and agreed upon. Breaking this monogamous relationship agreement with your partner damages the trust that the relationship relies on for stability. Developing a consistently improving lifestyle and home life also creates stability in a relationship. Housing stability, financial stability, and lifestyle stability create consistency that can demonstrate responsibility to our partners. Relationships become romantic and sensual. You may build a family and have children of your own. Having children can be different than actually raising children as a parent. Becoming a parent is another time for reflection and a milestone in our lives. Being a parent means being a provider and being a caregiver. Young children are very dependent on their caregiver for their basic needs. Caregivers are encouraged to be consistent and reliable by others, including their family and fellow parent. In families with two parents, parents share the responsibilities of raising their children. Working together creates a balance in the family's home and lifestyle. Consistency often makes finding a balance between family life and your work life easier also. In families with a single parent, finding a balance in lifestyle and work life can be more difficult. Duties with time commitments to family, as well as financial commitments to work, can stretch a single parent to their limits. In what seems a miracle, the children grow and develop their own personalities, their own traits, and their own way of problem solving. Soon, the children that were once very dependent upon their caregiver become more independent. They begin to be able to take care of themselves and some of their own needs. As the children get older, they become even more independent and become more responsible. They are responsible to a degree with immaturity mixed in, which is the definition of many teenagers. As a parent watching our teenagers, it seems we can see ourselves and many of our traits in our children. Our children battle for more independence from us and our control, but we are always concerned whether or not they will make responsible decisions for themselves. But ready or not, they eventually gain the age of independence and start an independent life. Chapter 7. In Between. Having led our own lives for many years, we may now have concerns about our parents and older generations of our family. They may have difficulties continuing to work, they may have developed physical limitations due to their age, or they may have developed chronic or severe illness. We may need to dedicate a significant portion of our time or financial resources to assist them through their struggles. We often need to become the older generation's caregivers, adding more responsibilities to our lives. If we happen to have children, we may have to dedicate a significant portion of our time or financial resources to assist them also. This in-between generational time in our lives can be difficult because of the pressures we feel from both older and younger family members. We can have difficulty maintaining time commitments and financial burdens while still feeling we need to develop a plan for financial security for our future. We feel the need to work towards stability for our own retirement years, knowing and understanding that we may be unable to work in our elderly years. We know we need to save money so we can be financially secure as we age. We also know we need a place to live and are encouraged to work toward home ownership. As more time goes by, we learn many of life's hard lessons. Our families can appear to get smaller and our household shrinks in number. Whether through accident or illness or age, we lose our parents. This can leave an empty space in our lives. We now become the older generation. Our children grow up, then seek their own lives and their own independence, often separating themselves from our household. This can make the empty space in our lives even bigger. Our physical abilities begin to diminish as we are past the prime of our life, and age takes its toll on our health, often in the form of illness or disabilities. These changes can create another time of reflection in our life. We may feel that our perspective has changed, and we may have a different outlook on our future goals. Our outlook on our family, on our work life, and on the world itself may change. The world around us can stir optimism and pessimism to our very core. Chapter 8. The World. We now have spent our whole lives watching the world around us. We've seen all the pieces and people interact one with another. We've watched how the nations of the world interact politically, financially, diplomatically, and militarily. We've watched how different people of the world interact, some compassionately and kindly, but then others violently and thoughtlessly. We see war, violence, social injustice, greed, and revenge. We see crime, fraud, theft, and extortion. It may not appear that the justice system distributes justice equally to all people. It may not appear that law enforcement enforces laws equally for all people. It can appear that the political systems of our governments no longer represents the people it was designed to govern, but only the interest of the elected few and those they represent. It can appear that the financial and monetary systems are manipulated and controlled by those in power, making it difficult for the average person to experience financial success and stability. It can appear that not all people are treated the same or have the same rights. It may seem that people are treated differently based on their background, social status, education, or ethnicity. But then we see kindness. We see people giving of themselves with compassion and charity, people helping others who are in need of help. And there are many reasons to need help and assistance in this world. We see people strive to bring balance to our government and political systems. We see forward thinking and advancements in our judicial system to bring justice to the masses. We see law enforcement striving to enforce the laws in an unbiased way. We see people and governments coming together to work toward peace and peaceful solutions to stop and avoid military conflicts. And we see individuals working together and standing united to bring an end to social injustices. The world has diversity and many points of view, but the stories are often the same and repeat themselves over time. Chapter 9. A New Phase of Life. Our reflections on the past bring us to a new phase of life with a different perspective. Our goals in life may change as we realize we have but a few productive years left. We may still have the ability to finish working toward financial stability and planning for our retirement years. We realize our years of productive work are soon coming to an end, and ready or not, we may soon be physically unable to continue working. We may have seen family members, friends, parents, co-workers, and others we know succumb to death and leave our lives, many of whom shaped our lives and changed our lives forever, their memories forever living inside of us and pushing us forward. We look at our remaining productive years as a cherished asset, a chance to complete projects or tasks we have held as lifelong goals or new goals that have come to focus with our new perspective. We may see new opportunity, an opportunity to act. We may see new opportunity to become involved in our community or mentor others with hope of making our world a better place. We may see opportunity for charity to give from our possessions or of ourselves to help others who may be in need. We may see opportunity for humanitarianism to help those who live in a less developed area and are in need of assistance to raise their quality of life. We may see opportunity to make a difference while helping others who are unable to help themselves. Chapter 10. The Last. We work until we are no longer able. Our bodies tell us that our level of exertion must diminish. We are physically or intellectually unable to perform our duties at the high level we once did. It is a time we hoped would not come, but we all likely saw it coming. We may have health concerns or ongoing illness which can lead to loss of independence. We may need physical help maintaining our household or home. We may need financial help to pay our expenses and maintain our home. We may have had further loss of life of friends or our spouse, which can lead to inability to perform the duties to maintain a household or home. Loss of life that brings the realization of mortality to each of us. Realization that soon our time will pass also. The realization that we are elderly. Elderly may mean needing assistance with many things in our lives. Elderly may mean unable to provide or not being the provider in our household or home anymore. Elderly may mean we experience different emotions and different expectations in our lives. Elderly means another time of reflection. We may have to utilize all of our fortitude to maintain our dignity, as we may have lost our independence and need assistance with our daily activities. We move forward with each day until we can move no more, and then the living story that was written completes itself. Chapter 11, The Story. Our body's story completes itself, and the tale is over. The story was living and breathing and written in the language of life contained in each of our bodies. We all live out a unique variation of a story written in our body's genetic library. We are a living embodiment of our internal archive. Each of us unique, and though we vary from person to person, we are often very similar. Each person is special and different as though made to specifically conquer adversity by using our individual perspectives given to us by our human diversity. All was accounted for in our tale, the beginning, the middle, and the end. Every age and every season of our life was written to come forth in the story, each age enlightening us with a new point of view, and each point of view stirring passion in our life for new goals and purpose. Many variations of our lives' stories written in our human body's language appear to repeat themselves, generation after generation after generation. Many stories intertwine and blend with other stories to create a larger story. Written inside each of us is the story of building families, building societies, and building civilizations. Each of us understanding we are individuals, but yet understanding we are part of a larger world. In some way, every action, every behavior, and every emotion is written inside of us. It is all written inside of us. About the author. Dr. FILLMAN is a lifelong photographer with a passion for travel. Whether traveling through the urban setting of cities or traveling in backcountry through natural terrain, he uses photography to find unique perspectives and captivating views. His current book, Nature Inside of Us, showcases some of his favorite photographs that demonstrate awe-inspiring glimpses of our world. The photographs are accompanied by a narrative utilizing a unique perspective of life inside and around us. Dr. FILLMAN attended University of Iowa and University of North Texas, graduating with a degree in biology and chemistry. He is a graduate of University of Texas Medical Branch with a doctorate degree in medicine. Nature Inside of Us, a book narrated, produced, and written by Donald FILLMAN, MD.